Folks, I've been accused of bashing sellers. I'll talk about that and then get into the latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending December 13th, 2023. So many of you have recently subscribed. Thank you for that. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. If you want to be reminded when these videos come up, hit the bell button. Thank you for that. It means a lot to our channel. So, I have been accused in a comment of bashing sellers. And normally I, might not say much to that, but let me talk about that a little bit. Bashing sellers. So my first response is, what do you mean by bashing sellers? If I speak the truth and I call things the way I see them, I kind of do that with anything related to the real estate industry. So I'll call out sellers, I'll call out buyers, I'll call out other realtors, colleagues that I work with, I'll call out the whole industry. But let's focus on the sellers. And I can see how somebody might think, if they only watch one show, and it happens to be a show where I'm complaining what some sellers are doing, I can see if they just watch the one show, how maybe they think that. You see, there was a time not too long ago where sellers were in charge. That market has changed. It used to be sellers could demand whatever price they wanted. They could do whatever they wanted marketing-wise. They could just really do no wrong and get top money. They can get way more money than they ever thought of in selling their house. And buyers were lined up to overpay. Today, we're in a different market, and sellers are finding that those same tactics aren't working. And sellers are sitting on the market, many of them, and their pricing doesn't make sense. So if me telling the truth about, sellers, some of you that are sitting there, when homes around you sometimes are selling and you're still not seeing it, what could I say? You got to wake up and kind of smell the market. It's not what it used to be. And so, I'll call it out. I'll say it the way it is. My own personal business as a real estate agent, half my clients are sellers and half are buyers. It's about 50-50. So I work with a lot of sellers. No seller has ever called me and said, Santo, I need some help. I want to be on the market. They call me to say, I want to sell my house. They don't say, yeah, I want to be on the market. I like meeting new people this way. I like the way my house looks and keeping it in that condition while people, buyers after buyers come in, and I want it to be like this for months. They never say, I want to be on the market. They say, I want to sell. And so when we talk about selling your house, I tell them the truth. This is the price. Based on all the data, all the analysis, this is the price. Now, they have a choice if they believe it or not. And they could buy into that pricing, the new pricing, today's pricing, or not. At the end of the day, it's their home, it's their decision. But when the writing's on the wall, when you've actually, as a seller, if you're a seller out there listening to me right now, if you're sitting on the market, nothing's happening. Sure, your marketing could be wrong and the home could show terrible, but if you're not prepared to make any changes, the only real power you have at the end of the day then is going to be price. You price it right, it'll sell. And we're seeing that. There's properties selling every day. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's dead, it's the holiday season. Well, right after this, I'm going to show you the numbers. Look, it's much slower. It's seasonal. For sure, everything's trending down. But there's still transactions happening. There's still people selling. And if you want to sell, you need to do things the right way. If you want to be on the market, continue doing what you're doing. If you think this video can help somebody you know, pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, like I said earlier, subscribe. And if you want to talk to me about your real estate situation, we've made it really simple. Up here, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that. Or in the description below, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that. Book a time that's convenient for you, and we will talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Folks, thank you for your support throughout the year. Just want to take a moment to wish all of you happy holidays, have fun, and be safe. So, we're going to get into the numbers now. Prices keep dropping, except in this one area. I'll show you. Here's a quick summary. Brampton, Durham and Mississauga, detached properties. We're going to start off with Mississauga. Sales, 26 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. This is for week ending December 13th. Detached properties only. 26 were sold. So sales, yes, they're coming down. We would normally expect that at this time of the year, but they're really not aggressively coming down, but they're coming down. The real story is in prices. We used to be just under 1.7. Then there's another, we'll call it a plateau, where we were hovering around just under 1.5. And now we're sitting just under 1.4. So prices have not come down in a straight line, but we've had different plateaus, different price points. Under 1.7, under 1.5, and now for a while we've been hovering around just under 1.4. So prices have definitely come down, overall trending down. This is for Mississauga, for detached properties only. Average sold price for week ending December 13th is $1,386,000. Our lowest price last year was for the month of October, which was $1,391. We're currently in that ballpark, a little bit below, but these are on a weekly basis, and I'm looking at the month for the lowest month we had last year. Compared to last year, 1,386 is 3% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 5% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. That you could see for both average and median is trending down. Not so aggressive, but over time it is trending down. 26 were sold, 19% sold at list price or more. Overall sales year to date, we have 11% fewer sales this year. So 11% fewer transactions. Compared to 2021, we have 45% fewer transactions of detached properties across Mississauga. Listings trending down. We expect that. Fewer, I mean, think about it. If you're a seller, do you come on now when you know a lot of buyers have maybe pulled off? It's the holiday season. You maybe be entertaining. Do you go on the market now, or do you wait a few weeks and go on the market in the new year? Many sellers are choosing to wait for the new year, and that's why sales are trending down. Lots of listings are expiring around this time or being terminated. Active listings coming way down. We went from almost 600, this is actually 607. In a few short weeks, we're now at 430 active listings. These are listings available for sale. Months of inventory came down from the previous week, now sitting at 3.8 months of inventory. Here's Brampton. 31 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Now 31, kind of where we've been for the last 4 to 6 weeks. So sales are not really coming down. 31 is not a lot of sales. We've been, triple that before, but it's just not dropping further for now anyways. What is dropping though is price. $1,123,000 is the average sold price for week ending December 13th. Again, this is for detached properties only. And although on a weekly basis, you're going to have runs of going up a little bit, down a little bit for a few weeks in a row. Overall, trending way down. We were in May and June at kind of mid 1340. We're now at 1123. Big difference from where we were a few months ago. 1,123 is 3% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 1% lower than where we were this time a year ago. Of the 31 that sold, 16% sold at list price or more. Year-to-date sales, we have 17% fewer sales just compared to last year. Year-to-date, 17% fewer sales, far fewer transactions. But if we compare to 2021, now keep in mind, 2021 was a record-breaking volume year, but we're now sitting at 56% fewer sales of detached properties across Brampton. Listings, no surprise, trending down. Active listings, trending way down. Months of inventory, up from the previous week, now sitting at 4 months of inventory, right in the middle of it being a balanced market in Brampton for detached properties. Here's Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. This is my Durham sample. Now remember at the beginning I said prices are down except for this one area. Well, for some reason, Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby for detached properties have decided they're not going to participate in this whole prices are coming down scenario. Sales, 33 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Sales not really dropping. I mean, they're low, but not really dropping further for now. Average sold price. I kind of looked at this because I'm expecting prices to continue to come down, but I'm kind of looking at this and it kind of seems that average prices have been trending upwards slightly over the last 6 weeks or so. 1 million, oh, again, I forgot to say the average sold price. So the average sold price is $1,127,000, which is 9% higher than where the price was this time a year ago. The median price is 4% higher than what it was this time a year ago. Now, looking at the dotted line, the 4-week moving average, prior to, say, middle of October, prices are trending down, but they're either flat or I think from middle October onward, you can kind of see them trending up a bit. And that's the scenario that we're looking at right now for the Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby area for detached properties. 33 were sold, 24% sold at list price or more. Compared to a year ago, year-to-date sales, we have 12% fewer sales this year versus 2022. But versus 2021, we have 41% fewer sales across Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. Listings trending down. Active listings trending down. So the amount of properties available for sale, fewer and fewer as the weeks go on, but sales haven't moved. They're still the same. Months of inventory, as a result, is dropping. We're now at 2.1 months of inventory. So many other neighborhoods are sitting at 3, 3.5, 4, 5, 6 months of inventory. Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby sitting at 2.1, and over the last 4 or 6 weeks, depending on how you want to look at it, that has been trending down, which is helping to understand why prices are trending up. It's a bit more competitive in the Durham region than almost any other part of the GTA. Here's condos. This is for all of Peel region. 19 condos were sold. None of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price for condos across Peel region is taking a beating. $577,000 is the average sold price for week ending December 13th. Last year, the lowest month we had was November at $592,000. We're now at $577,000. We've been, below or just around the lowest price now for a few weeks. Compared to last year, $577,000 is still 3% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 6% higher than where we were this time a year ago. Sales, we have 17% fewer sales year to date. Compared to 2021, we have 49% fewer sales year to date this year versus 2021. Listings trending down. Active listings trending down. Months of inventory on the rise. We're sitting at 7.2 months of inventory. Average days on market is as high as 38 right now. Condos across Peel region are taking a beating. Condo prices. Here's a quick summary. Big difference between condo months of inventory and the Durham months of inventory. Pretty much sitting in a balanced market where you are. Far more competitive though in Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby. Some areas there will be balanced, but you're gonna see some of those areas more of a seller's market. Now, a seller's market today is very different than a seller's market where everybody's tripping over themselves. But there are lots of properties in Ajax, Pickering, and Whitby where either get bought and sold right away, really close to asking price, or there is competition, there is offer nights. That's just the environment over there. And who you work with matters because the strategies change depending on the neighborhood you're looking to buy or to sell in. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.